My name is Mindy Grace and you are on my channel Girl of a Different Era. Now today I wanted to do just one of those one-day projects. Even though it's 10:30, I still think I'll easily be able to get it done. It's going to be a thrift refashion. So I'm really excited to get into it. And my movement is kind of in a slight uproar because I'm packing things up again. And I'm going to move in 1 week and 2 days. But I just wanted to make like one last project and just make something fun and pretty and just, you know, sometimes it's the best thing to do. So let's get right into what exactly I'm going to be refashioning. Short dress, it's more like a long shirt, but it's also a dress and people wear it hopefully with leggings underneath it. So there's not, what my goal is to turn it into a peasant blouse with a cute little ruffle at the bottom. One of the things we're going to be doing is putting a row of buttons, thinking maybe like 3 or 4 right up here. My neck is not as wide as this dress form, so it actually does come together on me. And then for this middle part, we're just going to chop it off at the waist and with a seam allowance, and then just take the leftovers and turn that into a cute little ruffle. So those are the plans. Obviously, I'm going to go and way into more detail. But I think there's really no reason to knock it right into it. And I do want to note before I do, as you see, like this sleeve is kind of like a continuous part of the garment. It's not its own thing. And that is actually really like 40s. I've seen that in actual patterns. So that's kind of cool. The first step, as always, is just giving your garment a good old ironing. So I just did that with this shirt. And so many times it's just easy to skip that ironing step, but I've been learning the hard way that, you know, it's just best just to take a little time out to iron whatever you're doing first off. Next, I found where I wanted to trim this shirt dress, and I found a line that was like right at my waist and I followed it. I recommend measuring instead. Now with that leftover piece that I cut off, I just evened it up because it was kind of scooped at the bottom, and I wanted it to be all sort of the same rectangular shape. And as you can see, I'm just still evening that up just a touch. And now I found the seam and I am just cutting it open to create one long piece, finding sort of the middle of that. Again, I recommend measuring, not just guesstimating with what I'm doing here. And I just cut it into 2 big pieces. I then seamed that together. And created a hem by ironing up 1/2 inch and then turning that into itself to create a 1/4 inch hem, and I did that all along the entire ruffle. I also put 2 rows of gathering stitches on the top, and just gathered those into our ruffle. How cute is this? Seriously. The next part is very important. After you put on your half-finished garment, text your friends on your pin cushion, and then get extremely bored with life. And then finally turn on a record player and have a dance party. This is very vital to completing the garment. And now for the buttons. I put in 4 buttonholes. They're spaced about 2 inches apart. And after just putting this in, again, I recommend using a thread that's going to match your color scheme. I had purple thread. Apparently I was too lazy to take it out. So yeah. Just open up those buttonholes carefully with a stitch ripper on each end and sort of like open up in the middle as well. Since those are complete, I can now mark the placement of my buttons and start sewing them down. I found 4 nice blue ones in my stash. Just nice, unassuming, that are just perfect for this bodice. I tried it on and I saw that the back was way longer than the front. Again, this is why I recommend measuring. So I ended up just taking that up, taking off the ruffle and taking it up to the point where it was all sort of the same even-ish thing. After I was satisfied with the situation of the ruffle, I just sewed it onto the bodice for good after a few basting stitches to make sure I was happy with it, and to finish off the seam I bound it with some basting. And yeah, here is our finished project. I find it really fun and kind of westerny, I have to say. And it is done and complete. I can't say I'm the happiest with it. I feel like if I had done more strategic measuring, it probably would have turned out better. But I mean, it's done, and it's kind of what I was envisioning, especially this neckline. I'm super happy with the top of it. The frills just sometimes need a little help. So it's not like my favorite project I've ever done, but I did do it. I did do it within a day. So that is exciting. I hope you guys just enjoyed this quick little video and you're inspired to go into your closet and do some refashioning of your own. I will see you next time on my channel, Girl of a Different Era. Stick around for lots of cool vintagifying apartment videos coming up and lots of other cool 1940s inspired stuff. With all that being said, thanks so much for stopping by, and I will see you in the near future.